Hello spreadsheeters. The purpose of this video is to demonstrate the one variable and two variable data tables. For this example, I've created a spreadsheet showing 5 weeks of payroll with various hours worked, both less than 40 and some more than 40, so we can have overtime. The initial rate of pay is $14. If you look at the formula, we've used the if function for the regular hours to display either the total hours worked up to 40. Then if the total hours worked is more than 40, column D is showing the amount of the overtime over 40. The total pay in column E is multiplying regular hours times the rate plus the overtime hours times the rate times 1.5. FIT, Social Security, and SIT are simply the total pay multiplied times the percentages. Net pay is total pay minus FIT, Social Security, and SIT. For our example, what we want to see is what is the net pay for a 40-hour work week at different rates of pay. We have our beginning rate at $14. We want to see what the net pay is going to be for these different rates. To begin with, we've got to have a base formula that is going to be used in our calculation. Since we have one of our payroll weeks that is showing 40 hours worked, we can use the net pay in column I, cell I5, as our reference point. So we'll simply put a formula at the top of what's going to be our data table, and we're just simply going to say equal I5. We then select our cells that's going to be our data table. We go to the data ribbon, we go to what if analysis, select data table, and we want to put in a column input cell. The reason it's a column input cell is because these rates are down this column. We want these rates to be substituted in cell A4, which in turn is going to be used indirectly to get to our net pay. So our column input cell will be A4. We click OK, and there's our values. We can see the first one at $14 is a net pay of $390.20. If I come to cell A4 and I change that to $16 and hit enter, you will now see that it's $446.09. You can also see up here in cell I5 it's also $446.09. To create a two variable table, we want to use the hours in row 14, 34, 36, and so forth. We want to use the rates down column E that we see. Again, we've got to have some type of reference formula to put in for the calculations. This time we're going to calculate total pay. So again, I'll use the equal sign. I'll click on cell E5 as my formula. Got $640. I see that $16 times 40 hours is $640. Again, I will select my cells that will become my data table. At the data ribbon, what if analysis, data table. My row input cell is going to be based on these hours. The hours are found in cell B5. My column input cell again is my rates. That's going to be in cell A4. So now when I click OK, I'm using $16, so I go to the $16 line. If I look at 36, I see that it's $576. Up here it's $576. If I go to the 40 hours, I see that it's $640. Total pay $640. And finally for 44 hours, I go again $16, $736, $736. You'll notice too, if you look at the formulas in the data table, you'll see in the formula bar it's got a bracket, equal table, and so forth. This is created by this data table function. So that's all there is to it. It's just a matter of understanding which cells you use for what, and once you get the hang of that, it's pretty simple to do. So I hope this helps, and happy spreadsheeting.